Whew. So before we get started, I'm going to just have us move our spines just gently, and we're just going to do it seated. So instead of doing like a cat cow, we're going to do it seated. So when you are doing the cat cow, we are trying to get the spinal articulation going. You can do the same thing while seated. You don't actually need to go all the way into cat cow. So you can sit down and you can roll the heart open, roll the shoulders back, exhale, tuck the chin, curl into that C curve. Inhale, come forward, roll the shoulders back, open up that heart, exhale. Okay, so just do that a few times. Do it really gently. If it feels too much to open up too wide too quickly, then slow it down. Do give yourself that little chin tuck. And when you open up all the way, make sure that the mouth and the teeth are slightly apart. Just a little bit more, a couple more times. Good. And now what you can do just to get yourself comfortable in your seat is you can just like kind of rotate along the sit bones in a circle. Just trying to find somewhere comfortable, getting any wiggles out, and then turn in the other direction. And then eventually you'll feel ready to slow down. And when you do, you should find a center point. Now, if you are feeling really uncomfortable, your knees are really tight, you can always put blocks or bolsters or cushions or blankets underneath your knees. If you're sitting on a chair, that's fine. Doing your best to have a nice tall spine with a slight chin tuck. Nothing too extreme. You just want to feel comfortable here. Good. Now, what we want to do is we want to bring in a mudra, just to keep it easy. So we're going to use our hands. We're going to do 2 different mudras that help you tap into this heart awareness. Okay. So the first one is very simple. You're going to take your right hand. You're going to place it basically over your heart. The other hand is just on the knee or on the thigh. And as you sit here, I want you to breathe in and I want you to think about dropping in down from the crown of the head, down through the back of the spine till it settles at the heart. So the awareness is at the heart. I'd like you to bring a tiny smile to your lips, as if you have the most wonderful news. And as you breathe here, before we tap into any other energy or visualizations, I want you to notice if you're feeling tense at all in your body anywhere. And I want you to relax into this posture. Let go of any tension, maybe adjust your seat if it feels awkward in any way. And I want you to relax as best as you can. Finding the structure of the posture, the form, if you will, and then releasing into it. Melting any rigidity through the shoulders, the neck, the spine, the upper back, middle back, wherever. And once you feel like you're a little more settled in this posture, again, return your awareness to the heart. And I want you to see a green ball of light, an emerald green ball of light at the heart center, radiating in all directions. Allow yourself to really take it in. Good. Now I just want you to tuck your chin for a moment as though you're done with a practice. Bring your hand down to your knee or your thigh. Blink your eyes open and look up. And I want you to just assess for yourself, like, has anything shifted energetically? And if you're noticing something, notice also how long that took. Reminding yourself that the idea behind creating simplicity in your life is to just find moments here and there and then allowing yourself to feel so good about it. And as you allow yourself to feel so good at it, bring that awareness again back to the heart. Maybe have that little smile on the lips and just be like, yeah, good job. Feeling proud of yourself, celebrating yourself, and letting it be enough. Good. Now we'll add on to this. So close the eyes again, just a slight chin tuck. Bring that right hand to the heart. Bring that awareness again back to that emerald green, vibrant, radiant light at the heart center. Now I want you to see that light expanding in all directions. Expanding so much that at some point you are completely surrounded by this beautiful, radiant, glowing light. And I want you to imagine that this light is so full of love. It's helping you transform any darkness, any emptiness, any feelings of being alone, transforming any disconnection from self instead into a fullness full of so much respect, so much compassion, gratitude, and love for who you are, for who you've been, with what you've been through. And imagine that any heaviness, darkness is being recycled, as though in some ways this light is just pulling anything that no longer serves you just out and away, leaving you feeling more whole, feeling more connected. Reminding yourself to relax the shoulders, relax in your posture. Good. Now I want you to see that light around you, the radiance, the vibrancy, the beauty of that light. And now I want you to see it start to condense itself back into your heart. Your awareness knows that no matter the size of this ball of light, it has the capacity to hold you, to protect you, to help you move through when it feels hard. that is always available. And however you want to picture it, tucked into your heart within your body is right. And now, just for fun, just imagine in a moment's notice, it's as big again as it was before, bubbling you, surrounding you, protecting you, reminding you of who you really are. And then again, condensing it into a small little heart within your heart, full of bright, vibrant, glowing energy. Returning that little smile to your face if it went away. Tucking your chin and just thanking your heart center, thanking the whole of you. Bringing the hand to the thigh or the knee. And then gently looking back up, blinking the eyes open. And again, just checking in with how you're feeling. Noticing any shifts, any changes. And just bringing an awareness. Good. Right, we're going to try one more mudra. And so this mudra is your index finger on your right hand and your middle finger and your thumb. Oh, wait. No, it's just the index finger and your thumb. And then the other three fingers are sort of splayed out. Okay. And you're going to hold it right just a little bit below your breastbone. And again, the left hand is on the thigh or on the knee. And just closing the eyes and concentrating the energy at the heart. Imagining that as you send your awareness to the heart center, you feel the self-compassion grow, compassion for others grow, a sense of peace and contentment with who you are, with where you're at, as well as with others on this journey. Reminding yourself to relax. And if it's helpful to do so or you enjoy it, you can bring that awareness back to the green ball of light. You can surround yourself with it. You can grow it to a certain size. Whatever would feel good, whatever would feel connected to how you want to interact with your heart. Taking a couple more deep breaths. Tucking the chin. Thanking yourself for making the connection and then bringing the right hand down to the thigh or the knee and just checking in and then blinking your eyes open, noticing how you feel. Noticing how these few moments felt. And then allowing yourself to feel really good about how long we just did this. It might seem short. It might have been difficult. You might have not felt completely connected, and yet still allowing yourself to feel good about the efforts you just made. Okay. So one more time, index finger and thumb together. Bring the hand right underneath the breastbone. And this time, I want you to think of something that just brings you to a place of awe. Maybe it's the sky at night, maybe it's a mountain, maybe there was some sort of landscape that you traveled to that just made you feel so at peace and so connected to the world, to the earth, whatever it may be. I want you to remember and remind yourself of this experience. And I want you to breathe into your heart center. And I want you to feel a sense of gratitude for this incredible sight or this incredible experience or both. And with every single exhalation, I want you to relax deeper in your body as though you are lifting up through the heart center, blowing up a balloon, and then with every exhalation, letting the balloon rise. The joy, the happiness, the compassion, the love expand in your heart and your chest. And again, with every exhalation, just imagining that fullness, imagining that connectedness, imagining that wholeness, and that it's all just there for the taking. It's all available right now. Deepen your breath, tuck your chin, release your hand, and just feel into this idea of what you just did being enough for a few moments to connect you to a place of compassion, of love, of acceptance. And if you're like me, you might need to shift a little bit with your legs or your seat before we move on to our next activity. But before we do, I just want you to jot any notes if there's anything that came up for you while we were doing our mudra that you noticed about your heart or about, what you're feeling in this area. Maybe it was something that was uncomfortable, maybe it was a sense of peace, whatever it was, just jot a couple notes about it. And also on top of that, I'd like you to jot down, how do you feel about celebrating yourself or commending yourself for making these little moments? Does it feel awkward and strange? Does it feel impossible? Does it feel wrong? And just acknowledge that you might have a judgment about this idea of letting something so small be so impactful. So I'll just give you one more minute to wrap up.